Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into the absolutely incredible world of AI-generated images and video. You've seen it everywhere, right? From crazy cinematic shots to entire commercials. It's a lot, and jumping in can feel pretty intimidating. But don't worry, we're going to make it super simple.
AI content is just exploding, and the people who get good at using these tools, they are literally building the future. It's this massive opportunity for any creator out there. But yeah, it brings up a pretty big question for anyone looking to get started.
I mean, seriously, where do you start? The sheer number of tools, the technical jargon, all the different techniques, it can feel like this huge wall. But it really doesn't have to be. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise with a clear 4-step plan that'll take you from zero to creator.
Okay, let's get right into it. Your first big decision, step 1, is all about picking the platform you're going to use. And trust me, this one is crucial because it decides what tools you have to play with.
So you've basically got two main paths you can go down. You can subscribe to individual tools from a single company. That might be a little cheaper, sure, but you kind of get locked into their little world. The strong recommendation from the source material is to go for an all-in-one platform. This gives you way more flexibility and lets you use all the best models out there, all under one roof.
And if you're just starting out, a platform like OpenArt is a fantastic place to begin. Why? Well, it's all about that flexibility we just talked about. You can easily hop between different AI models to see which one works best for your idea, and you don't have to juggle a ton of different subscriptions.
All right, let's move on to what is, without a doubt, the most important skill you will learn in the world of generative AI, and that is prompting. Because at the end of the day, what you get out is only as good as what you put in.
So the single biggest takeaway here is that a good prompt is a detailed prompt. You need to think of yourself as the director, and the AI is your entire film crew. You're the one calling the shots, so you have to give clear, specific instructions. Let's break down exactly how you build a great one.
Luckily, the source gives us this awesome, easy-to-remember formula. You start with your subject, let's say a man. Then you add the composition, like a medium shot. Give him an action, maybe he's holding a sword. Put him in a location, like the Colosseum in Rome. And finally, you add the style, the whole vibe, like shot on a Kodak disposable camera. See how you build it up, layer by layer?
And get this, making this work for video is unbelievably simple. You just add one more thing to the recipe, camera movement. Just tell it something like a panning shot or camera zooming in. That's literally all it takes.
Now, what if you're just stuck and staring at a blank page? Well, you can actually use a chatbot as your creative partner. Here's a great little trick. Find an official prompting guide for a model you like, upload that PDF to a chatbot, and then just ask it to write a prompt for you based on those rules. Or, even easier, you can find custom GPTs out there that are already trained to write amazing prompts for specific models.
All right, so you know how to pick your tools and you know the formula for a great prompt. Let's put this into practice. It's time to actually generate our first image.
Okay, so which models should you be using? The thing is, this field changes so fast. The best advice is to just experiment. You want to cycle between the top models of the moment to see what works best for your specific idea. You might find one is amazing for artistic styles, another gives you incredible realism, and a third is just a genius at understanding really complex ideas.
So let's use our formula with this prompt right here. Just look at all the detail packed in. We have the age and the subject, the action of holding the bow, the jungle location, and all those cool style elements like mystical and futuristic. This is the level of context that really gets you incredible results.
So when you actually go and run this prompt, you will see that different models will give you slightly different takes on it, even from the exact same text. And this right here is why having access to multiple models on one of those all-in-one platforms is such a game changer. You get to compare all the results and just pick the one that perfectly matches your vision.
Now for the part that gets really exciting. Once you have that perfect, stunning image, you can actually bring it to life and turn it into a moving video.
You've got two main options here. You can do text to video, where you just write a prompt. That's great for simple shots where maybe character consistency isn't the most important thing. But for more control, especially if you want to keep the look of a character or a scene, you're going to want to use image to video.
And this is really the secret sauce. When you start with an image that you've already spent time perfecting, you're giving the AI a massive head start. You've already nailed down the character, the lighting, the whole aesthetic. It just gives you so much more control over what that final video looks like.
And just like with images, you'll want to use the best video models you can get your hands on. You'll hear about the heavy hitters like OpenAI's Sora, Runway, and Pika.
But honestly, the pro tip here is super simple. This space moves at lightning speed. Always be playing around with the newest tools, because they're always getting better at coherence and realism.
Now, if you want the absolute ultimate level of creative control, especially if you're trying to create a very specific transition between two scenes, the source points to this really cool advanced technique using a start frame and an end frame.
Here's how it works, and it's brilliant. First, you generate your starting image, like this character in a bubble, floating over a city. Then you generate your endpoint, where you want the scene to finish. In this case, it's the same character, but now they're in outer space.
Then, all you do is give the AI a simple prompt that explains how to get from point A to point B. The AI does all the heavy lifting, generating the entire video sequence to seamlessly bridge that gap. It's just an incredibly powerful way to direct the AI.
So there you have it. We've walked through the 4 key steps: choosing the right tool for you, learning how to write a fantastic prompt, crafting that perfect static image, and then bringing it all to life with video.
And no matter how much the specific models and the tech changes over the next few years, these 2 principles are always going to be true. First, context is key. The more detail you give the AI, the better your result will be. And second, always be playing with the newest and most powerful tools you can find.
So in just a few minutes, we've gone from that feeling of being overwhelmed to being empowered with a clear, actionable plan. You have the framework. The only real limit now is your own imagination. So what are you going to create first?